Tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition, we are catching up with the Acorn people from the borough. Say hi and who you are.
Hey, we're the Acorn people.
How easy that was.
My name is Chris Cagle. I play guitar.
I'm Grace Music, and I'm lead vocals, and I play rhythm guitar.
My name's Rocco, and I play bass.
And Rocco was not with us the last time, so this is his first time. The rest of them were
He's
here.
so starstruck. It's great.
I feel very welcomed. Thank you.
I think actually we're playing switch around. Last time we had
Quentin
with us, and Quentin's not here at the moment. Last time around, I believe you had just kind of gotten done with Secrets, and now the secrets are out and getting ready to be way out. See, in Radioland, that's called a segue. See how I tied those two together?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The next album that you're working on is way out.
Yes.
So far, you've managed to get at least a couple of the tracks up online. You've been working on some more, though.
Yep. Those tracks that we have now are kind of like, they're not necessarily pre-production, but we have re-recorded those. With Jason Dietz in Murfreesboro at Twin Oaks Recording. He did our whole album, so all of those, the album tracks have been recorded by him and mixed by him and all that. So they'll be more cohesive.
So there's one master at the master recording, is what
Right.
I'm hearing.
The tracks that you'll probably end up playing have been recorded at MTSU. They have 2 different studios, and we've been asked to play for student projects, and that's where we've gotten those pre-production tracks from.
And that's really where the band kind of got its ground and where it kind of started out. Of course, now you're all done with the whole MTSU.
Yeah, we're old dogs.
And you're almost done with Way Out. And we're going to talk some more about Way Out, the Acorn people, and more tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Tonight in studio with us, we have the Acorn people here on Rock 93.7's 9 o'clock news local edition, one of the local bands that have come all the way from around Murfreesboro. See, we get all over the place. You can be on the show, too. Go to the website for details at rock937online.com. You can find out how to submit one of your songs. Just remember, it's got to be good quality and original material. You guys have a lot of original songs that you've written so far. You've got one album out for Secrets.
True.
And you've been working on
Way Out.
Way Out.
Our second album.
Sophomores.
Are you worried about the sophomore slump?
I don't
We've
know.
been slumping since the beginning.
More so the growth. We've really developed into our sound. It's a wide range of rock. It hits on all of our influences from older school stuff, the 70s and even the 50s, but even up till now. So it's got a little bit of everything on the album.
You guys kind of traffic in the groove aspect if they go to see one of your shows. The name, the Acorn people, I'm not going to say it kind of denotes that you should be, kind of flowery and...
No, that's accurate. That's good that you have that visual.
But that's the visual that
representation.
comes with. When you go to your Facebook page, you see a lot of your postings and stuff kind of reflect that.
Yeah. It's definitely obviously from the book, but that's kind of why we like it, because it does have a sort of hippy-dippy connotation to it. We get a lot of comparisons to Janis Joplin and that sort of nod to, having a voice about political issues, having a voice about just society in general and how we feel about our place within it. So all of that imagery definitely works together in our favor.
Grace, with your vocals, do you like the comparison to Joplin? Or?
I definitely don't hate it. I don't want to be like, oh my God, yeah, obviously. But I just,
She's humble.
It is a very humbling thing to have people say that, or Joan Jett. I always love a Patti Smith comparison. She's my heart. But yeah, all of it. I've always listened to so many different female rockers and pop singers growing up that I just try to take a little piece of each and string them together. It just so happens that that's the comparison I get the most.
Some couple of good influences too.
Oh, yeah.
And what about the other two of you? Chris, how do you feel about being compared to Janis Joplin when you sing? Do you
Honestly, if you listen to Janis Joplin, the guitar work in the music is amazing. It's really bluesy, and I love it. Just based on a guitar aspect, obviously she sounds amazing, but to be backed up so well with a band like that it's incredible. So I've always enjoyed being compared to that sound, just straight up being a guitar player.
Well, for the record, his hair doesn't even look close. But Rocco, on the other hand,
He does have Joplin hair.
True.
Yeah, my influences, really came from the old, Sabbath and, even early 80s metal like Metallica and just all kinds of heavier stuff. And I've really grown into more of like the 70s rock kind of vibe that's a little less heavy, but heavy grooves, loud guitars, and all of our influences really work together to complement each other.
I'd say a lot of funk in there too, like the 70s, like almost, I mean,
True.
not disco, but just, I've always thought of him as a funk bass player. So that kind of like works into the whole groove of it.
I was so hoping she was going to say you were disco. That's,
He could
Deep
be.
down, you know,
Well, and
late at
we
night.
love to roller skate. So.
Yeah.
Well, and what kills me is I realized if I had grown up in the 70s, I definitely would have been on the metal train, but being able to appreciate it now, I love metal and disco, and it's just a dichotomy that didn't really exist
Like
at
when
the time
kids
as
took
much.
off their mask, he's right there in the middle, right there.
right there. Well, speaking of how the
broken.
grooves sound and flow, how is the flow of 17? Where does that come in?
I had AC/DC in mind. So I really wanted just that 4 on the floor pounding, just makes you want to run, makes you want to just take off and just reminisce about what it's like to just be 17 and have your heart pounding and you're driving in your car and nothing can stop you. Like,
Well, if you are in your car right now, just don't follow the beat too much. I don't want to be responsible for tickets.
no, it's not too fast.
It's 17. It's the Acorn People on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. It really came about from higher education. Well, okay, maybe not. It's the Acorn People tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. There are some roots based around your college time, your college experience.
Definitely. Rocco and I both have music business degrees, and Chris started out as an audio production major. So we
Couldn't
definitely
pass math.
so,
Numbers, they're tricky.
I know.
Yeah.
They have everything to do with the music, I promise.
But we've used, and I mean, he's switched over to leadership and just like business structure. So we've definitely used all of that to our advantage. We definitely treat the band as a small business, and just the fact that we've used music business was our major, it just gives us that much more of an edge.
You not only put together your backgrounds from schooling and education, but you pooled together for a house.
Yeah.
Did
You have the Acorn People House.
We
Is that
do.
the name of it? Do you have a sign over it? The Acorn People House.
It's a townhouse.
Yeah.
Our
It's more
Wi-Fi,
of a hive.
like the username for the Wi-Fi is the Acorn People, and people will like screenshot that on their phone and be like, "You live around here somewhere. I can see your Wi-Fi." So that way, I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's an upgrade from Suspicious Fan 21, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got in trouble for that one.
Police van.
You guys did, though, seriously. You do have a space that you share, kind of?
Well, it's split between 2 houses. So Rocco, Chris, and I, we all live in a townhouse together with our cat. and then Quentin has his own house, which is where we practice.
He calls it the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because he used to cook there a lot. Now he hasn't as much. But like it's like a house show house. So in Murfreesboro, there's a huge house show scene. That's where we play shows. And so he has one of those houses, and that's our practice room.
There's a
That's
joke in there, something about Quentin being made to stay on his own with the equipment, but I'm going to leave that one alone.
It
That's-
makes us real nervous all the time.
Well, he's also allergic to cats.
True.
See, now the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Now the truth comes out.
True.
So you have the one house where the 3 of you reside, and then he's got the other one. It's kind of a joint thing, and that's where you do all your practicing, rehearsing.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
a day would consist of get up in the morning, go make some music
In Dreamland.
in Dreamland. There's that whole pesky job
yeah,
Scheduling,
yeah,
yes.
it's more of a wake up, work a long Monday, and then have a quick dinner, and then go to Quentin's for practice.
thing. So the day ends with music, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
And you
And-
guys jam together, and you've been working up some tracks and stuff to take in. I think we said you're working on getting things mastered with
Jason Dietz, yeah.
Jason Dietz down there in the borough.
Twin Oak Productions in Murfreesboro. Yeah, can't recommend him highly enough.
When you're in there, I think some of the photos you've posted up on Facebook, you have the whole in the same room type thing. There's some screens maybe that
Here
come
and
into
there.
play.
We like to record that way. So this album we recorded separately, like do the drums, make sure they sound good, then move on to guitars, bass, vocals, all separately to make sure we tweak and fine tune as much as we can on each individual track. But recently we've been recording live, like you said, all in the same room. It's really old school. if you think about it. And
Do you capture some of the essence of your live performance when you do that?
We hope
Exactly.
so.
it helps us a lot, especially with keeping time
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
No, I think there's definitely a huge element of our energy on stage that we bring into the music that live recording just captures in a way that taking it track by track, while we can fine tune it and make a great album, it's just a little bit of a different experience. So both of them are really beneficial for us.
We've got another single to listen to from the upcoming Way Out that you've been working on. We'll get to that. We'll talk a little more with the Acorn people tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Well, they've already got an album under their belt. They're preparing to release their second album. I think I joked about the sophomore slump. I don't think that's going to be a problem for the Acorn people as we talk with them tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Say who you are and what you do in the band.
My name's Chris. I play guitar, ripping solos.
I'm Grace Music. I'm lead vocalist and I play rhythm guitar.
And my name's Rocco, and I play the bass.
And we're short one.
Yes, our drummer.
Yes.
Quentin the drummer.
He's around. He's really handsome. He can
Now, we kind of
just paint a
swapped
picture.
around this time. Last time we had you in, Quentin came in and hung out. Rocco
Yeah.
couldn't be here. So this time around.
Yeah.
So,
It's a tag team effect.
One day
really?
you'll get
It's
it all
actually
together.
Not
the
an
same
alter
person.
ego. Never saw them in the same room together. Just saying.
It's all one rhythm
It's
section.
like Guy Fieri and the guy from Smash Mouth. You don't know
you
which
never see them in
one.
the same room. And I've heard the guy from Smash Mouth does like to cook. I'm just not trying to spread rumors, just saying it's possible.
Yeah, we don't know.
Speaking of loves to cook, I think you mentioned that Quentin does the whole cooking in the kitchen. Of course, the thing that you've been cooking up in the kitchen now is the newer material,
Hot fresh jams.
hot, fresh jam.
Tasty jams.
You've got a couple recorded. You've got some more that you're trying to get mastered. How is this different this time around on Secrets? You kind of had the songs worked up and kind of, how has this been different?
It's been completely different. The first album, I would write all of the skeletons and then they would add their pieces, and it was very much all in the same vein. There was a couple of acoustic tracks that we just kind of like added onto there just to show like where it all stems from. But this album was sort of mixed. Like some songs I would write the skeletons to and they would come in. It's been a little bit more organic, and it's let everyone's individual influence shine a lot more.
Reflection of how you're growing, I think, as a band.
Yes, definitely. I think it was just, you just learn to trust each other in the practice room more rather than me being so much maybe like controlling the overall sound. It's just been kind of like, I want your grunge to come through. I want your funk bass to come through. I want your blues guitar to come through. And there's elements of pop that come through that I didn't really let come through as much on the first album. So I think it's just been a lot more organic and a lot more representative of who we are individually.
The difference between the first and second album is the first album we actually recorded ourselves in one of the houses that we lived in, and really kind of grew as we would spend so much time together, like in the tracking room, which was really just our living room. I feel like that has helped us so much in terms of getting a better mentality for the studio. Because when we went to Jason's, we knew, this is what's going to sound good. This is the way we need to put our amps. I think that's really a big difference from the first and second one.
Yeah, the first album was really baptism by fire. We did it all ourselves. Chris did almost all the mixing and mastering. We had it sent off to somebody else to do the last touches, but it was really all of us every step of the way. That's really grown into the second album.
You have already titled the second album, Way Out.
So the whole album is sort of this connection between the two singles, Way Out and 17. So 17 is a looking back on being 17 and just can't wait to leave, can't wait to escape, all the freedom that comes with being able to drive. And Way Out is about being like, I'm in my 20s and I'm still driving that car and I'm still not where I want to be, and I'm behind this desk and why am I not out yet?
It's about finding your way out, whatever that may be. We found our way out playing music.
It's the Acorn people on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. We've been catching up tonight with the Acorn people, the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. You can relive the previous interview we did with them. It's on our blog there at our website. Go check out rock937online.com. They can check you out online too. You have couple of places they can go to.
Yeah, definitely look us up on Facebook. We have Instagrams. We're really handsome, so you can see us on the pictures. We're on Spotify, iTunes. If you can think about it, if there's something out there that you think about, we're on it.
Except Tidal. They didn't invite us.
We could be on there. We don't know. Definitely on Google. So Google us first.
Considering the state title's in, I don't know that I would want to be on there if I were you.
Yeah.
Kanye.
You
we're
might
gonna
be
do a
more
song with him.
successful being on the band site.
We're going to start our beef with Kanye early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Before he knows who we
Rise
are.
to the top.
Well, he's done something though. He's played some pretty big festivals, and you are looking to try and do something similar. I think a perfect fit for you would have to be
Hangout Fest.
you'd love to go do the Hangout Fest.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a good fit.
Just playing on the beach.
Riot
That-
Fest.
Yeah.
Any that'll take us, honestly.
Yeah. We're not
fest.
choosy.
We're going to be performing at any fest.
You got some names. Let's do
We'll
it.
be out in the parking lot. We'll put on our tambourines, and you can go enjoy the show.
Bring a grill to your backyard. We'll make a festival.
We have played a
Raider
few
Fest.
smaller festivals. Stucky Fest in Kentucky. We're playing Neb Fest in Nashville.
It's in Atwood.
Atwood, excuse
Well,
me.
and,
All of those places that you're going to, also up at your Facebook, you kind of tell them where you're going to be, so they can check out your dates, your shows, or you can go rock the house party with everyone.
Yeah, you
Rock
might as
the
well just show
Casbah.
up.
Show up and tell them that you heard Quentin was going to be making dinner and you were ready to enjoy.
He will.
He'll
He
feed
will.
you.
Yeah.
walk on in,
He will
Kramer
be-
style.
yeah.
Get a free meal.
Amen.
Free meal for every Kramer entrance. If you check out The Kitchen with the Acorn people.
You heard it here, folks.
You can see them out and about, though. You can find out where we're at. Go hit up their Facebook page. Quickest way to do that. I want to thank you for coming in and talking to us again.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you so much.
It's been the Acorn people tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7.